amazing disenchantment for the evening. We are going to quickly just, actually I've got to send this over to the squad. Make sure all of the babes got this. I always love the subtitles too, because even if it's a little down, you're like, I can see the world.
I can know what's going on.
Okay, Instagram. Trying to send it, but it keeps like glitching. Maybe if I scroll here, I'll find it. Our nail squad. I should add you to that actually, so when I send, you'll get little alerts.
Keep me in the loop.
Let me take, I think it's my gloves that is just making this. Hi, beautiful humans, to anybody that's joined. I'm gonna try to send it over here because it's not working.
I love how they threw him to the mermaids to die, and he comes back on the, like, riding on the back of mermaids, which were manatees, by the way.
Yeah, right?
They were like,
that's the thing.
Just kidding.
There is a huge, like, controversy regarding,
manatees and mermaids. I've seen that before.
And also just, like, people like Columbo sleeping with.
Oh.
Yeah, there's, like, a whole thing. Okay, I'm just going to quickly try to send this.
Do you think he slept with a manatee and then was like...
That's what they're speculating.
And he said it was a mermaid.
Share, copy. Okay, that should work. So in a second, because, you know, as nail dealers, we have multiple phones. I was like, bring your nails on. Okay, let's put the flashy. Okay. So my beautiful model and sister, her name is Rita. Everybody give Rita a hello. Hello. Just looking for my gloves. No glove, no love. We're about protection up in here. So Rita is like the OG here. She's already did cuticle care, so I don't even have to do that part. So we're about to rough up the surface. It's like, can this upload so I can send it, please? You're so cute, doing all the finger dances. I love you so much.
Trying to be the best hand model here.
You are the best hand model. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I think I can actually send this now. Because the only thing is sometimes it actually does not alert when you've gone live. So I usually try to send it in our squad, which is just a group of all of the nail sisters that we strictly use to send things to one another, so everybody can keep up. Okay, I've sent it, so at least there's that. So we can shut this down and begin the party, folks. Okay, iPhone. This storage game is not fun. Always battling, like, space, because cache is like a real thing. Cache happens. You can get up to 10 gigs of cache that's just on your phone from going live or something. It's crazy business. Okay, to the two beautiful humans that are here, welcome to the party.
Hello.
So we are just going to go on a lower speed here, and we're actually using a nice sanding band. Actually, I'm going to cleanse your nails first. We never know what could be there. Going to use some alcohol up in here. Again, if anything stings or burns, please let me know immediately. You could hear Alpho.
That sounded like a goat.
It also sounded like a griffin. I was like, oh, well then. Okay. So if I could have your hand, yes, perfect.
Let me know if my hands need to relax.
Oh no, it's okay, honey. I just want to make sure I'm getting up into the good area, but also, like, I've only worked on a few clients, so I was working with my other friend that has very thin skin, and I had the tiniest cut, and I cried. So I was like, I don't want any of that magic to happen, so we are just going to go nice and slow. And again, if you feel any heat spikes, especially in this, oops, sorry, honey, you let me know immediately. Okay, and we flip you back around. If I could actually have you move closer to me. Do you want to shift your chair?
Yeah, I can get closer.
Thank you, my love.
Here we go.
Perfect. Let me bring this on over here. Perfect. Like, now I'm eating this. Okay, there we go. Is this still good for you? You're not feeling this? Just making sure, because there's another thing for like clients where your arm can feel like dead. You're like, I have no support here. You're just holding my hands into the ethers. I'm like, that doesn't feel good. Also, like, the rings of fire is because people are going on too high of a speed and also not moving around at all. You should never stay like stagnant in an area. You should be constantly moving and going through like the zones of the nails. So like third zone, 2 zone, first zone. I actually want to get like, there's these smaller sanding bands that are heavenly. I want to get them so bad because they just like go right into that nook area and it's just like, oh. Well, there's all sorts of different grits. This is like kind of like the middle. Yep, you're doing perfect, babe. We just want to make sure, like, if I don't properly prep these, it's going to slide off. We don't want her to slide. And this is why I was talking to you about, like, just prep, but also it's, like, really nerve-wracking at first to use an e-file, so I understand that. But it's also, like, proper speeds, because if you're going too high, you're going to, like, dig so deep, and you're not even going to have a chance to go around the nail before you've already like dug in. Exactly. I'm so impressed with your hands. Oh, they're so beautiful.
You're doing so good.
Oh, thank you, my love. I just want to make sure, like, I'm going to actually ask you at the end of the service, like, what you thought as a client, like, if everything felt good for you, because that's big. And some people are very, like, heavy-handed, and it's not it. I think also something that people are very scared of is moving the client's hand around. So being stuck, and you need to see, like, all angles. So that part's very important. Got a little skin here. Might have to nip that. 4. We've already doubled. I always love to see at the end because there's just so many beautiful humans that pop in. The only thing, right? If you guys don't comment, I can't see you're here. So please, I see thumbs up. Want to know where you're watching from, how your day is going, and if you're watching this on the replay, we love you. Hope you're having a good day. Oh yes, you're getting. I see you're getting all comfy. Your hands are getting soft and supple.
I'm trying to get more
Relaxed.
more relaxed and comfortable.
Okay, that makes me happy. We want you to be as relaxed as possible. Okay, so we're working on that thumb now. I'm really passionate about natural nails, so I try to really make sure your natural nail stays as healthy as possible.
Your nails are goals, so honestly, I'll take all the tips.
Thank you, beautiful.
And secrets.
I think people, they tend to just zoom through some of these processes, and this is one of the most important.
Like nail prepping?
And you can go to salons that like really rush through this, but that's where you're not going to have the proper adhesion as well. I just had my nails on for a month, and there was no lifting, no nothing. Generally 3 weeks in, you have some form of lifting happening where you press and like around your cuticle where water can get in, and that's actually how you develop greenies, and that is mold under the nail. And that is very something you do not want, because you cannot do any enhancements at that point. Like, you're in big trouble. Okay, your other hand, my love. And then I am going to cleanse everything, and we're going to go into the base coat. Thank you. So fascinating, huh? I think this part's really relaxing. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of tilt your hand. Yeah, perfect. I'm sure there's some superstars that don't have to move their clients' fingers, but especially for, sorry honey, for the sidewalls, I don't like to play. I want to make sure I get all up in there, because you're going to be putting product, and if there's, say for instance, that's smooth, that's where it can begin to lift. We don't want none of that. Maria, hi sweetheart. I will make sure, let me give this a quick screenshot so I can follow you. I haven't seen your beautiful name before. I hope you're doing well, lovely. Happy Sunday. Again, if I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry, it's not intentional. The client's safety is the number one, so the secondary is the talking. That's also why I put on Disenchantment for her in the background, so that if I do go silent when we're doing the really important parts, everyone's entertained. I just go quiet sometimes because it's like that focus. Like when I'm doing line work, oh baby. That's why I put on a movie for myself, because I'm just quiet, just heavy breathing. That's also why I put music on, because I'm like, you don't want to hear this heavy breathing.
Or your demons, you know.
Exercising the demons, they come out. Oh my gosh. If you've seen this show, Evil, this girl experienced sleep paralysis, and the demon that came forward was named George, and he had a British accent, and he's like, hello.
I think I would be okay with that if my sleep paralysis was like that.
He was actually had such a nice accent. I'm like, why do I want to take him out for lunch? But also, George, you're not a nice man.
You're like, Georgie again.
Right? It's not the hi Georgie moment you want. Okay. And then just flipper. Yes, perfect. Treat her like the dolphin. Flipper. There we go. Did you already push back your cuticles?
I did.
With a pusher? Okay, perfect. So, just making sure.
Yeah, I ordered something to push the cuticles back instead of the wood ones.
Yes.
Because I feel like those ones
I
are
actually
very
just
efficient.
got, yes, they're not. I just got a new one from Madame Glam, and I love it because, like, when you're actually applying pressure, it takes all of that around the cuticle, that dead skin right off. It's, like, so heavenly. Just like, okay.
It was very aesthetically pleasing to see.
Very aesthetically
It's like,
pleasing.
that is so nice.
Like, I can get behind this. There we go. I think there was even a teeny bit of product there, but she's gone now.
Goodbye.
Might have been from the last time that you did your nails. Just can't wait to set you up with like a proper care package of goodies. Oops. So we're just going to again, tip her to the side. And then if ever I'm hurting you, you please let me know. I don't want to manhandle you. But you do have to like firmly hold this, because this is moving at a good amount of speeds per second. So we don't want this slipping out. This pinky here is like the perfect.
I also have such a funny pinky, so you would have to like grab it anyways.
No, sis, I have the same. I actually.
It hurts a tiny bit.
I did. Pardon?
That
It hurt? Okay. Thank you for telling me. I just want to double check. Once we put the alcohol there, we might have a tiny cut. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so good.
We were doing so good. It's probably the sensitive. I can see her right there. So I'm gonna put some alcohol. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so good. Oh, good.
so we're just going to cleanse with some lint-free wipes. These ones are from Madam Glam if anybody wanted to grab. They're very good. You don't want, like, so for the beginning stages, I use this or when I'm cleaning brushes, but you don't want to put that on your nails because you'll get little lint spots and then you're in trouble when you want to put your polish because you're just going to have so many little lints and stuffs in there. So sorry you feel so bad here. Luckily in a couple of days she'll be gone. But once we're finished the service, I'm going to put a small bit of polysporin on there. And then she'll be perfect. She'll heal up real fast.
She's just a baby.
Right?
She'll be fine.
Baby.
She will be fine.
Next hand paragraph. It's so funny because alcohol is very drying. So when you are doing, like, it just looks like you have, like, the ultimate, like, ashy hands. And you're just like, cocoa butter is in need. But it's just because it literally just sucks up all of that. And you technically want that. You want it to dehydrate the nail as much as possible. I don't have a dehydrator from Madam Glam. I'm going to have to just nip that little piece of skin.
So you would say that, like, you would still need to use a nail dehydrator instead
Yes.
of alcohol?
So alcohol only cleans so much alcohol, like so much natural oils from the nail plate. Like luckily I've never had an issue. I don't use a dehydrator or primer on my nails and I've never had any like lifting around the area. But like technically when you're working with clients, you should be putting that. Also the primer affects pH, which helps like create the perfect environment for adhesion and all of that stuff. So I'm actually going to grab the fresh nippers. The only thing I'm going to do is just take that small part there. This is brand new from the, I got a little haul order of some goodies. This is an application brush, buffer. I wanted to go down the route of more browns. I want to do a full like optical illusion creamy brown. And this was just like a top up of the perfect white. But this is brand new. This has never been used on anybody. I'm going to just get a little bit of alcohol here. Yeah, your hands are so beautiful. You gotta do the dances, babes. Okay, so we're just gonna just gently go in here and take that away. I want to work very flush because we don't want to hurt you. Okay, the next hand. And you see how that's just gentle and it doesn't cut you.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Don't
like
even feel a thing.
it's very intimidating, like when people even think of cuticle nippers, like you're gonna injure me.
So
but I come from a healthcare background, so like I also know I don't go crazy on the cuticles. They're there for a reason. They're there to protect your nail from infection. So I try not to go like too deep, but sometimes you do have that piece of dead skin and it just doesn't look good. You could leave it there.
It needs to go.
But right, she needs to leave. Okay, so I just gotta grab some base coat. So we're actually gonna grab my second care box. We're gonna use a brand new base coat on our beautiful client here. So you'd love these. These are peacock
I
gels.
saw sparkle and
Right?
I was
Take
like,
you can open that up and look at her. I'm just gonna grab base coat. Where are you at? So we've got the primer. We're gonna be putting that on. Soak off base. Ooh. Isn't that pretty? Show the audience.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Look, everyone.
That is one of my favorites.
So sparkly.
Right? That's Under Pressure. And what that is actually, it is called a peacock gel. So that has little angel flakes inside. And so those are iridescent. And when you top them on different backgrounds, like black and stuff
Those
like
are
that.
giving Milky Way.
Yes, I've done some galaxy nails with them before. So the important thing, guys, when using primer, you do not want to get it on the skin. So we are just going to prime up these baddies. Did I just cleanse these or no?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. So we're just... I'm going to use you as my memory. I have like really bad pain. So I don't want to... Ooh, we have some things... I was like, there's...
I think it's on the other end.
Stop. It was the, my alarm was going off.
Oh.
Soulful, oh my gosh, and Sinful Creations, Jamie. Y'all, if you're watching this on a recap, it's called Soulful and Sinful Creations. That is my friend's company. She sells all sorts of goodies. Nail charms, bags, jewelry. So definitely check her out. We're just using Madame Glam's acid, non-acid. Yeah, we're definitely not using acid. Non-acid primer, right? Or just like, we're just using Madame Glam's acid? What? We don't want that. But as you can already see, look at these girls. They ready. Love you. Oh, you love my sister's tats? So look at this. Because she's spirited, y'all.
Yeah. We're little weirdos, so...
Oh, yeah, we are. We're
We gotta put a
definitely...
positive spin on that.
We're definitely little weirdos.
Gotta be proud of the weirdness.
But I love that because that is one of the first things that drew me to you, honey, was your energy. And I was like, this is my family right here.
And how awkward I am.
You're not, though. And honestly, our awkwardness matches. Nails by Candy. Hello. Cruz. Oh my gosh. Not my best friend popping in for nail magic. That is true. True best friend up in there, even though she's not into nails. She's also been my model. If you guys scroll through and you want to see a micro French moment, you can check that out. I did that on the beautiful, beautiful cruise. See, we still had an evil fluff that I had to go like, bye. So that's air drying. You do not have to worry about that one.
She had main character energy.
Nails by Cindy. Hi, beautiful. I'm going to actually follow you, love. I haven't seen you before. Everybody, can you let me know where you're from in the world? We are in British Columbia. Where are you from? Oh, Soulful said, I'm spirited here too, boo-boo.
Yay, we can be in a club together.
Right? Oh my goodness. So in all of my nail journey, I have done a lot of Gel X, but it's always been on my model, which is a practice hand with no feelings. So this is the very first time I'm able to do the Gel X method on an actual live person. So I'm very excited about that. Nails by Cindy said, I'm new to the channel. I'm from Texas. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Wouldn't you know one of the Charm Sisters is from Texas? So baby, we all over the world.
I want to visit Texas so bad.
Right? We got some Beyonce up here. This ain't Texas. Soulful, Kentucky, USA. Hello. I kind of have a feeling I know where my best friend's from because she may or may not be my roommate. So we already know where she's from. So with this non-acid primer, are you feeling any form of stinging or anything like that? Okay, perfect. Now this is going to be the key here because we have a tiny little area here and we're going to be very gentle to her too. You know what I found? Every single time I went to the salon, I would get cut, and it would drive me crazy. Oh. Like deep cuts. Like I'm not talking about a little graze. Like really bad. And then
stitches.
Oh, it goes so deep and like slice. Like, and also that's why I seasoned the files earlier because that's like the #1 way of cutting clients, and it's cutting the actual bed, the fingertip here.
I didn't know that was
brutal. It's very much a real thing. I just took out the base coat. Where did she go?
What are we looking for?
We got it. The base coat. Drop the base. Soulful and Sinful Creations. You're going to rock those, Raven. You got this, sis. Thank you. This is why, like, our community is so beautiful. It's the encouragement.
She's killing it.
Also, we are going to be using this beautiful lamp here that Madame Glam sent out. So we're going to get a full review from a client here if she experiences any heat spikes or anything of that nature. So we're going in with this base coat. Because base, if you don't have the base, you don't got nothing. Now, I find a lot of people try to go in very thick. You don't want that. Everything can bulk out the nail. And again, we don't want that. I have that lamp and I love it. Isn't it beautiful? It also has a mirror interface, so it has for even light distribution, which I love. I'm like, talk nerdy to me. What's your specs, baby? And it's got all the good specs. Oh my gosh. Right? Oh my gosh, sis, it's for real. So there's actually a very special project that I'm working on, and you guys are going to get to find that out within the next like month and a half. But I'm going to have this beautiful human. She doesn't know what we're doing, right? Because it's a big secret. You guys are going to have to stay tuned. But we're going to be doing this a whole thing to her phalanges. I'm doing dip on one nail. Cindy! Oh my goodness. If you follow me, or you can follow me on Instagram, I'd love you to send me whatever your creation is while we're working together. That would be awesome. I'm Raven's Nail Bar on Instagram. If you want to add me, I'll add you right back. I'd love to see your dip nail. When you dip, we dip, right?
We dip in together.
Okay, and I just need your thumb. Actually, you know what? Just pop those in. Yep, and then I'm going to work on these, and then we'll go back in for the thumbs, because you know thumbs are an interesting devil. And we want her to cure flat and not try to drip down the side. So when you do place your thumb in, if you either place it into the middle, like place it in directly like this, or put your fingers flat in like this so that you have it as flat as possible.
Okay.
That's something a lot of nail techs actually do not even say to their client. They're just like, pop your hand in, but you're not explaining, you're not explaining placement. Explacing, that could be a new word. Are you explacing, baby? But they're not explaining how like deep you have to go into the lamp, and then you're having issues with, we were just talking about this, because we want to use black, and again, you have to work thin and make sure you're fully putting that into the machine, or you're gonna have a problem.
Gonna end up like me, having layers.
Right? It's like layers are good if for you as a person, but you do not want to have undercooked layers with the polish. You can't at on YouTube or it filters. Oh, really? Yeah, so it's thank you Soulful and Sinful for writing that in. You're a goddess. That's interesting. There's like all of these new changes. So was that a full 60 seconds, my love?
You want yes, I think it was.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Also no heat spike.
No heat spike? Okay. So that's really good.
And that's pretty cool, because I feel like my nails are so thin before.
That's also why I was trying to be very careful in your prep. I did not want to hurt. That's why I was also want to lower. But I do apologize about this little.
Oh no, you are all good.
This little girl here. It's usually our problem child. Mine's my pinky too. I actually crashed it into plexiglass.
Oh no.
And the plexiglass came down like a guillotine and sliced.
It's like my worst.
It took off my entire, you can pop that in, my entire pinky nail. I found you on IG, so Cindy, babe, I will follow you back right away. Can I have your thumb? And send me whatever you're working on. I will love to see it. I can't. This guy, man. Freaking alpha.
Helpful just seems like the optimistic side of you when you are depressed.
I'm like, but I can't be mad at your energy.
Oops, I don't know.
Did that go in for the full? I think actually that was because we were doing the test, so that was actually 30 seconds. Is that on now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. So if you could just pop your thumb in. I actually have 2 lamps going simultaneously. Oh, Kovu's leash. 1 second, honey. Let me double check. Here you go, beautiful. Isn't that amazing? I love you, Kovu. Have fun, buddy. That's my fur nephew and my bestie going for a walk. Okay. Right? Don't you feel all powerful in those 2 lamps?
I'm like,
oh my god, you're so beautiful. Car, you didn't interrupt anything. We're actually in the cooker, so this is the appropriate time to be like, ah. once we have your base coat, I'm going to do a
baking.
quick. We're baking. Again, honey, if ever you experience that pain, like the heat spike, let me know and I'll go to the low.
5 stars so far.
You're 5 stars, honey. Okay, so I'm going to actually have you twist. Yeah. It's actually so much easier to do a human's nails. The only thing that like I'm a little bit nervous about is when building like a full nail out, like, so that's with the paper tips, actually having proper leveling. So like that would, I have to turn your full nail like as the client over and stuff. So maybe we could work on that at one point. It's something that I'm a little bit nervous. Like I can do it really well myself, but I'm always concerned, like, and honestly with how close we are, like I'd feel a lot more comfortable like with you than other people. Because it doesn't really work well if you're feeling anxious.
Sorry.
No giggle! Pop that in.
Alpha was saying, I'm usually a nice person, and then smacks someone on the face.
So actually, sweetheart, so you're asking how to minimize heat spikes. So I'm just gonna, I quickly unplug this just so I could show you. So on here and on many lamps, there is a 10 seconds, so that's meant for flash. 30 seconds, generally most gels cure within 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Depending on, this is a UV LED lamp versus a sun lamp, which is usually 2 minutes. And then there's 90 seconds, which this is a low heat mode. And when you're doing things like overlays, did it turn on, honey?
I think it's off.
Okay, so put your hand deeper. That's why I was saying you gotta go really, oh yeah, or do this. Do this one so that you're not on the side. There we go, perfect. Oh, did it go out again? I'm like, I can press it. Let me just plug this in just so I could show you guys with the interface. So again, you can switch this over, but the 90 seconds is gonna be your low. I only have 30, 60, and 90. Yep, so your 90 is gonna be your low heat mode. And that is actually like really good to have when you're working in thicker layers and things like that, because again, your client's going to experience heat spikes, and sometimes that makes it very, like, takes all the pleasure out. So you're going to see a lot of this. We're doubling the content, babes. We're making a reel too. So in the between steps, we're going to take some little videos. But how is everybody doing? We're actually getting such a lovely group in, which makes me so happy. I'm so happy that you put this on, like, out of anything that you could have chosen. It's so amazing. Like, just, my partner actually makes rugs, and she made a Lucy rug, if anybody's seen Disenchantment before.
If you did, who is your favorite character? You
Yes!
Tell me.
See, did you hear Miss Rita? She's like, who's your favorite character? Are these both cured?
I think they are cured.
Okay. So we could just, yeah. Let me see. I usually do the whole, put your hands together, but this is going to be sticky, so I'm happy you didn't do that. So what we don't want.
I tried.
So this is their Pure Serenity Builder Gel. This is one of my favorite products, and I'll quickly just show you guys. This is, oh, I'm going to grab the other one. This ain't my full girl. There we go. I use so much builder gel because my nails keep growing more and more. So I was like, that's not the right section. Pesky. Right? Like, we don't need you here. You're not invited. Anybody that's a Disenchantment fan, the moment they heard that intro was like, geekin'. So you can get this on Madame Glam's website. I'm going to show you both options. This is Pure Serenity Builder Gel, which is a biab, a builder gel in a bottle. And then you have the pot. So this is the formula. I'm bored at home. Oh, so I'm watching you. Cindy, you're a sweetheart. I'm just glad we can do this together. Okay.
Oh wait, will we get copyright?
Right? I think you can sing it. I just don't think.
I'm like, I don't know anymore.
So I actually don't have the Gel X tips. I really want to get them. But this is soft gel. So this is why this kind of like takes out a step. It's usually sculpted to a certain degree and you wanted almond. So we are just going to open this app. Now, I'm going to try because we have a couple here that have been, some parts have been taken, but you have really tiny phalanges. So we're going to try to see what we can do with these first. And then if not, we can open up a brand new. If you guys want to see this quickly, they're really cute. And you just twist them off. I really love these.
I like that
They're also, they're pre-etched, pre-shaped. Also, if you don't like this length, I can shorten you. But I just think these are like super cute. And they have all of the numbers. Okay, so let us begin. So this is going to be your magic guy.
Okay.
So if I'm starting off, which hand do you want me to start with?
This
This one? So you're going to need this on this side. And then when I let you know, just do a flash. So I don't have a flower lamp, so we can't do that. Oh my God, stop. Is that perfect? Okay, so we want to go from sidewall to sidewall. It's a little bit bigger. I think the first one we started off with is perfect. So you just give it a little twist. And here is the nail, again, pre-etched. So I'm just going to put a little slip solution, not slip, sorry, a wetting layer, which is a very thin layer of the builder gel. Did it stop? Oh, continue watching. I'm going to have to, right? How dare it judge us like that? Okay, so that is the builder gel. We're going to take a little bit of product and put it in here. Make sure there's nothing in there. We do not want to encapsulate. It's so funny. I've actually accidentally in my own nails done like little hairs and stuff, and you're just like mortified.
Your fur babies.
You're just like, what is this? But it's no different than doing things like glitter and all that crap. It's not going to hurt your nail. It just doesn't look good. So I'm just trying to find that sweet spot. I don't want to put so much because I did notice with Gel X, when you apply pressure, you don't want it to spill out. So I'm just going to see, and if it does spill, then we're going to go for even less, and I'll just like wipe your nail. So I actually saw somebody do this with a tweezers when it's very short, but we are just going to try to do this up proper. Now wipe. Okay, so can you cure? Now I'm just gonna have to just buzz just a teensy bit that spills there. Yep, closer.
Closer?
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So we had a teeny bit of spilling, but again, I'm just going to buff that. You're good, girl. I do notice what they were talking about with like the smaller tips. It's like my hands are so big. I'm just like, ah. Like, excuse me, you saw that. The fur babies be everywhere.
Leaving their mark.
Definitely leaving their mark. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, first wait, we want to size this out. Sorry, I want to... Hi, baby. Sidewall to sidewall. This is the one. Did you see that?
That was so easy.
That was so nice. So yeah, we just want to make sure it's going from sidewall to sidewall, but you don't have anything pouring over on those sides. Hi, baby girl.
May I have my packet
Which packet?
from your stand table, the orange bag?
The bandage one?
No, it was in your nail stand.
What packet? Oh, just ask for peach.
Peach,
I got a
peaches, peaches,
peach in my butt
peaches.
soon.
Okay.
Taking my flashlight duty very
Seriously?
I'm like, I can't fail. Can't fail.
You will not fail, my love. Okay, so I did have like the teensiest amount too much because as you can see, there's like the smallest amount that went here, but we're still good.
I feel like that's might also be because my nails are so short and it's just my fingers like I'm here.
They're like, I'm here, but am I enough? Yes, you're enough, baby. Okay. I also like really want to see adhesion, so like if it's not good, then we'll know what steps to perfect. Okay. Okay, we can, yep. Definitely do not want that. There we go, even closer, that actually was not curing.
Okay. I think I was moving it too much. It was
I
like
was
disco
like,
wave
ah.
over here.
There we go. And if I could actually just have you pop your hands in the lamp there,
Okay.
just to make sure we good. Wow, we 6 people. Keeps adding up, my dears. We love you. Your nails are still so beautiful. Like, I'm just like, oh, you got the good beds, my love.
Thank you. I feel like I was lucky. My mom had really, really nice hands. I remember like being a kid and be like, Mom, your hands are so soft.
See, and you do. You
Yeah.
learn so much.
I
Like,
was like,
that's who took me to my first salon was
Yeah.
my mom. Like, she taught me
Yeah.
about all of that kind of care.
self-care.
Yeah, that's why I have the Wi-Fi's lagging. No problem, honey bun. Sometimes you got to do the restart or come out and then come back in. I'm just going to switch up my gloves because getting hot. Ugh, this is what she was talking about with how long my natural nails are.
So beautiful.
Very long. But I just did like with the builder gel that you guys are seeing, and then I matted it because I know I have some projects I've got to work on. But I'm still trying to find the perfect peel off moment. Right? The evil hair.
Flufferini.
Once we're done, I am going to go in with a little buffer and just get that small little bits there. But
So funny, I got 2 nails and I'm already starting to feel like a bad bitch.
you're
feel
like,
like
it's
I'm in-
happening. You are a bad bitch. Okay, let's see. This one's trying to fall off here. This is too small. So if ever there's a time that it doesn't fit to sidewall, but you don't have something that does match, you have to go as up as possible to get that. This just fell off. But to get the sidewalls to sidewalls, that's still not a good one though. Let's see if we can find you proper. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Because the only thing is, yeah, she's perfect. If you don't get a good size, then when you're shaping and all that, it starts getting to look like
Funky.
kitten
Oh,
claws.
I saw. It's so funny you bring that up because I saw this video the other day, and it was someone who had very short nails like mine, and they were trying to do extensions, and she's like, no, I want them very, very short. But then they were like, okay, but if you do that length, it's gonna look like a kitten.
Yes.
And they were right because when they filed it, it just looked so. It didn't have any roundness to the edges. It just looked very pointy. Yeah.
That was something
I see
I
what you
learned
mean
in
by
like the
kittenish.
beginning of my nail journey, and I was just like, ew. We're gonna even try even less here to see, because you've got them baby, and I just want to, we don't want it to go over too much. So like just gently wiping is a good idea to get, yep. There we go, baby. Can bring that on over here. Yep. You're amazing. Even put it closer like it's almost touching. Yep. I've never done Gel X before, like only on my practice hands, but I just love.
Oh, that felt a lot more secure.
That felt more secure, right? Okay, so we have this is the best way. It was less product. I'm just hoping that these girls don't pop, but we're gonna find out. I just don't want these girls, but again, like this is the whole learning process of it all, and that's why I'm like, I really do appreciate you for even.
Oh no, I am very grateful.
I just never want to hurt you, and that's the biggest thing, and I think that's why I haven't taken on more clients is, like in Canada, you actually do not have to have a license to be a practicing nail tech, which just makes me cringe, but it is encouraged that you do your research because again, I know that you have no fungus, you have none of these other things, but there is people that do, and when you're using something that necessarily, that's why I basically brought it everything new. But when you're using it on people that you don't know what their background are, or you don't know what to look for, it puts you in a very bad situation. I love how I did that, and I didn't even test out the nail. I think both your hands should be the same. So can I get the pointer on this finger? It should be pretty much on point. Okay, so that looks like a perfect. How does that feel?
That feels good.
Okay, so we're gonna do this girl. I'm actually really happy, like Rosalind, with this soft gel. That's why, like, I'll show you in a second, but it pretty much does your apex for you. It's like thick and firm. So once you do your designs and stuff, you're good. Like this kind of takes out a step for a lot of people.
And honestly, I feel like with nail, any steps that you can just like, I mean,
but then it's gel, so it's like gel on gel, right? The only thing I am gonna do, I have a feeling this is too much. The only thing I am going to do is give it a light buff. I know you don't have to, but I find that gel just sticks better to a buff surface.
It's more grippy.
Yeah, so I am going to buff these nails, like the top of it afterwards, just so we have that perfect adhesion. I feel like the audience been quiet. Is everybody good? Okay, so... No, it's okay, babe. I just want to make sure. Yeah.
What are people's favorite nail shape?
Yes, that's a good question.
Because I feel like everyone has a go-to.
Okay. Go ahead, honey. Yeah, all the way close, like kissing sisters. Sisters shouldn't kiss, but if it's on the cheek, I encourage it. Okay, I think we're good. Yep. Yeah. Perfect. So you can just pop your fingers back in there, because this is just flash cure, so you can just fully put your hands in there, and then we're going to go for the thumbs. So I don't think any of these are big enough for your thumbs. I am really happy. We're getting to this no waste over here. So these are when I've done little nailed it tutorials and stuff where I've just grabbed a nail and put it on a stand. That's where the empty packets are from. But the fact I didn't have to bust up a big one yet is awesome. And your nails are so tiny that I think we might even be good. We'll find out. Let's just test on your thumb here, actually. Because, like, it's not foolproof. Nails can be different sizes on both. But typically, you get... Ooh, your thumb is a good girl. We might need a new one here. My thumbs are usually the biggest girls. But everyone's will be different. And actually, it's amazing because a Pre, they do something that's called... So that's a 1. So they do something that is called half sizes. And half sizes, like I'm actually just really blessed that these have been fitting you seamlessly, because if not, I would have had to bring it forward and then do like an overlay to fill in around your cuticle. So it's like, it just like, again, we've got more steps. Kim R, you're enjoying watching. Thank you, beautiful. So if I could have this thumb, we're just going to cross-reference and see if we've got the same size. So we've just loosened that girl up. Yeah. Okay, so sidewall here. Oh, this is not exactly sidewall to sidewall. So we might have to bring her up a little. Okay, so that's the 1. Let me just double check the 0. This This might be too big. If so, then that will be the one finger that we gotta do it to. It won't be drama. And are we good? Does that feel good on this side? Okay, I think we're perfect. We can actually use a 0. Oops. Everything sticks to these damn gloves. When I can take these off, I'm going to be so happy, but it's not going to be until we're doing the fun part of your design. So it's like, sadly. But this really helps like a nail tech because, again, this is gel. It's not acrylic. So gel on gel is like that perfect dream that you want. So it definitely, you still get that strength, but you cut out like sometimes building a full set. Oh my gosh, you can be there for quite some time, especially if you're doing it all by paper form. So that's me, like all of your tip, that would be personally built out. And then you have to build out the rest of the nail. So that's why Gel X has really hit the market, and a lot of people are so goo goo gaga over it.
And also I feel like Gel X is just softer. It's just a lot more gentle on the nail.
Yep. And again, like for the longest while it was acrylic, and not saying anything bad about acrylic, but there is a lot of people with allergies.
Yeah.
I gotta get some alcohol here before. Okay, we're gonna buff so it doesn't matter if there's a little bit on that nail. Yep. Put her really close. And sorry, the pressure I'm applying is because we don't want
For the air
bubbles.
bubble.
We don't want that one bit. Okay, so once we do a full cure, so you can pop her in the lamp.
And I'll do the...
Right, the thumb trick. You can actually first put your thumb and then put your full hand. You don't have to worry.
Okay.
Right? Just, yeah, focus on that. We won't do the other hand until that's fully cured.
Looks so good already.
I hope you're having a fun experience. And again, like with these two, if you have any issues, like on the other hand, of popping off, anything like that, because it wasn't like that perfect, like that was that kind of learning curve. Because again, I've never done it on a real human. You're my first.
I feel so honored.
I've done like nail sets, but generally like they've already had their natural nail, or they want to do the lesbian funness where you keep
Where you're like, skip the teeth.
you keep your natural length, and I just work on that. So if anybody didn't know, we've got queer babies in the house, so you gotta throw all those jokes up in the house. Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun though. Like, I was very nervous beforehand, but only because your health and safety is my optimum thing. I never want, you know, so even like that tiny, I'm like, my heart is just pounding. I'm like, no, I didn't want any hurts.
It's okay.
But it's, you know, we are using these sharp things, so there's always, and kind of go like this to have a look at her. Oh, yes. Okay, so sometimes, and I wanted to talk about this, when you see nails, and it's this way, you can see something that might look curved or something like that, but that's actually like the natural, like you're always wanting to pair up with the cuticle straight down. So making sure that you're not curving, but naturally as soon as they do their pose, you're going to see like how straight you are. That's the only straight thing about us. But she's looking good. So you pop this in, but did you pop these girls in?
I did not.
Okay, so let's do that. Just make sure it's a full hand cure, and then I'm going to work on this, and then we're going to go full in, seal up your cuticles, do all of that magic, and then the tiny bit of seepage that we had, we want to take that off immediately. Okay, so while that's happening, I can size out. At least
I remember it was an
try.
8 for the pinky.
Oh my god, you're the cutest human.
I'm trying to be
right?
good assistant.
A good assistant. I'm definitely going to have to get more of these. I really like them in the fact that they're pre-etched. That's what makes, like, because normally you'd have to go in and just do a gentle. It's usually for any form of Gel X, they do try to do that. Oh, she good. I don't know, there's something so satisfying, like even if I haven't taken down the numbers, of just making sure you've got that side to side. How does that look?
Fabulous.
Oops.
Fabuloso.
Fabuloso! Okay, so we got sidewall to sidewall there. So that is pointer and middle. Okay, good. Just got to make sure that that's not touching your skin. And then pinky. That will kind of speed up the process there. You were right, it wasn't 8. Okay, so then the only thing we'll have to quickly size out after is your thumb, and I'm pretty sure that's a 0. But let's just throw these here. Okay, so we've already done the base coat, so now I'm just gonna go again with the slip. Dragons, what's going on? So we are currently doing Gel X application on our beautiful hand model here, my sissy. And, right, hello. She's also a makeup artist, so we gotta make these phalanges sing, mama, sing. So we're just taking the builder gel, and we are going to start off with her pointer finger, because you know you gotta point. Get things done. 8 people sending all the love, gorgeouses, because this stuff adds up. You get all these people coming in. Next thing you know, you got a couple hundred beautiful folks that have come through from all over the world, which I think that's really the fun part about it. Is I think the networking, the fact that just one interest can bring so many people from all over the world together. I think that's beautiful. No matter what your sexuality or,
I was just thinking about that the other day.
There's all these texts that are non-binary and men, and I'm like, queen, like, I want to work with you. Like, I just think it's amazing.
Let's collab.
Yeah, let's collab, baby. So we're just doing like a little kiss situation. And then making sure we have, I think we might need actually, oh my god. Did you see that?
She popped off.
Oh my god, it was like the suction, but it wasn't. She just needed the teensiest amount more. And I was like, okay, I see you, sis. It's the one thing you want is, you don't want it going too far up here, but you want to make sure that you have all of the adhesion in that spot. There we go. Okay, babe. I'll be back in the live. No problem, sweetness. I actually think I have to shoot a message to my 2 friends. They recently got hitched, and they wanted to be a part of this live.
Congratulations.
Right?
The couple.
Straight up, like, anytime you can spread the love. Yes, please.
Okay.
When in doubt, put it in. It sounds so dirty.
Slytherin.
Slytherin! Okay, let me quickly grab your hand here, and I just want to quickly show. Come on in, we're live. Okay, I just sent that. And actually, speaking of which, we haven't done. Hey, nobody asked for it. I was like, we just want to send that. Rude. Perfect. We just need a couple steps, and once I have both of them, then we'll do the whole thing. But honestly, I'm impressed with these tips alone, and the amount of seepage is so tiny, and that actually was of getting your little phalanges. Like, this is, I'm actually impressed. I really like.
The phalanges are phalangin.
They're phalangin. Beautiful humans. If you didn't know, the phalanges are phalangin, baby. I'm actually really excited to give my sister a Madam Glam manicure, because I'm very passionate about Madam Glam. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm going to go through the spiel in a second, but they're a very special company that just really goes the extra mile to make sure their clients are getting, vegan, cruelty-free, HEMA-free. HEMA is one of the #1 leading causes to allergy reactions. 21 free formula, which you're like, what does that mean? There's 21 harmful toxins that are found in regular, like in gel polishes that were A-okay for a very long time, including formaldehyde, y'all, which is used in body preparation. We don't want that. So that's also what is causing people to have allergies. And then the palm oil free means that it's free from being harvested with palm oil, which palm oil, what a lot of people don't realize, I gotta get some more off this side, it's very, very negative to our planet. And so anybody that is using palm oil is just putting just holes.
Hurting the environment.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Holes in that environment. Okay. Okay, I'm just like, we're getting some seepage here and I don't want. Okay. Oops. Go ahead, honey.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Get right. I know I have to like have my finger there because if I pull back too soon, we'll start getting the little bubbles. And then just pop that in the lamp, actually. I don't want a chance. I'm thinking about joining the VIP program. Oh my gosh, Kim. I've got so much things to tell you. So earlier in the live, I actually showed 2 boxes that I got from the VIP. How the VIP works is for $29 US. You can get 50% off permanently of all of their stuff. So all of their gels get slashed in half, so it's like a permanent sale. But the $29 a month rolls over every month in store credits. So you can either choose to save those, like a piggy bank, or use them per month to get your own like box of goodies. So that's nice. And then you get also 4 days before launch, you get early release. So you get to purchase it before anybody else. So you get to find out little hidden information, and there's giveaways and all sorts of stuff. And you can pause anytime. So let me just grab, this is already gotten into because we're using some of the goodies. But this was a part of, I saved 6 months of credits. And this was like my my re-ups. So like one of my big things is the Perfect collection. So I got the yellow, the black, we got creams up in here, peacock gels. We also got the acid-free primer that we use today. So we're gonna find out like with a real client the adhesion on that. And just a geek for it. I'm gonna quickly take this, have some gel on it. We don't want that mess. You are such a goddess though, like I couldn't have asked for a better model. Because again, like this is the part that takes the longest, and then we're cooking with gas at that
Honestly,
point.
I'm just vibing over here.
Oh, I love you.
Just vibing, good energies.
Oh, thank you, Kim. So we're actually using pre-etched tips, the Gel-X method, but pre-etched so that these are soft gel. So they're not acrylic, and gel on gel, as you guys know. I'll quickly show for anybody just joining. Look at that. You know that reel sound? Look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that. So we're almost there. But yeah, I definitely want to buy more of these tips from Rosalind because I really love them. I also can make like really nice press-ons. And because the cuticles are so snatched, like I find some cuticles, they're actually like almost square. And yours are naturally round. So when you're trying to pair your nails, it just looks like something's off. Mm-hmm. Like it's just like, I can't tell what's going on. Loving the shape. So that is medium almonds. We love a good almond up in here. Mm-hmm. They're good for you. They're tasty too.
Honestly, do not give me a bag of almonds. I will eat the whole thing.
Well, her wife actually hooked me up with some chocolate covered almonds, so I'm gonna be a queen after this. Like a little squirrel snacking on them treats. Okay, I'm here just watching and listening. Honestly, Jamie, I'm just so happy to have you here, and I hope you're doing something exciting like packing some orders or doing the fun stuff. Okay, we got seepage. We gotta call that like Nancy or something. We got some Nancy going on over here, but we're gonna reverse the curse. Okay, we're good. I'm going to do a slight buff, so if there's like the tiniest bit of product. Yep. Painting my daughter's nails. I'm currently rocking 2XL Coffin No C-curve. Oh, Cindy. Okay, again, you got to send that up to the kid. I got to see that. Okay, I think.
Also, that's so cute.
Right? She's doing her daughter's nails. Like, that's ultimate mama stuff.
The cutest moment.
Right? And then after that, I'm going to... So, like, do you like this length or do you want me to cut it?
I love that length.
You love the length. Okay, good. So we're just going to buffer her up and get her ready. And then we can go into... So we're going to actually be using a very special nude. This was from Madame Glam's Into the Nude collection, which is actually made with weddings in mind. And because we have a beautiful woman of color in the house... Well, two. We want to use Magnifique. This is warmer for warmer olive skin tones and darker skin tones. So this is actually like, we paired this with my model. This is usually who we're working with, Miss Sunshine, and it was like heaven. So we're going to be using Magnifique on my magnificent sister. It's all of the amazing. Yeah, I'm in love. It's so cute. Yeah, almonds are like my guilty pleasure. If I can get anybody sitting in my chair to have almonds, I'm like, an angel got their wings today. So there is a tiny bit of seepage here. I'm actually, before we continue, I'm just going to get that because I don't like...
I just feel like almonds are so elegant. Like, it makes the hand look
Yep.
more elongated.
It does elongate. It's so beautiful. And you see, now that we were able to actually, like, size these out, this was a very fast little girl. And I am going to have you do that test after so we can just make sure that all the girls are in attendance at the school. If not, usually I can do a little bit of a correction with the filing. But again, like, we have some crooked fingers in the house. Like, I know I have one, and I'm always looking at her like, why did you have to do this to me? I mean, I love you, but like, why? We got to embrace all of our bodies, though, so
Yep.
it don't matter.
And that is true.
Okay.
They do so much for us.
I'm actually so excited for the end product here because I'm just looking and like your hands are just so freaking pretty. Okay, you can pop that on. Yeah,
I'm gonna pop off twerking. Like,
you've got to.
Like,
you've got to. Like, that's the only way to do it. So actually, now that you're about to pop your forefingers in, we'll know that's fully cured. So then the only thing we'll have to be concerned with is your thumb. So after the flash. Okay, we're good. So see how, like, when you have her close, she sticks so fast. And so, like, the further, you can pop that in. Okay. The further you have it. Oh, Cindy just asked Soulful, what are you painting on your daughter's phalanges? 9 humans, hello. When we get to, like, the painting and all that, I feel like that's when this comes to life. You know what I mean? Like, and also, so I wanted to show you, if you look at the side here, you see how you have the perfect, like,
apex?
Yes. So this has a built-in apex. So that I don't even have to go in with the overlay. But I would have to do it if we had to pull you forward. So I was surprised we didn't need the half on you. So
is that when people usually put the builder gel on the inside and they go with the brush to try and adjust it?
On the top. Okay. And then you'd have to do things like, if I get this liner brush out, like once you put along the sidewalls here, I'd have to actually drag across here and then flip your finger over completely and try to level it out and go. And then even at that point, I'd have to go in with a what's it called, like an e-file or something like that to shape it. It's just like a whole bunch of extra steps that if we can avoid, it's a good thing. So I think it was 0 on this, but I'm just gonna double check with this one. Yeah, that's, you see how it's just a little too off here? Like, you see how you have that?
Space.
That's a big no-no. We don't want that at all. Okay, so we're gonna have to open up a fresh girl here. I'm really gonna have to buy a new one of these. They're just so pretty.
I think I have some downstairs, and I think they are etched
Are they?
into, yeah.
Okay, so see y'all, so if you're, oh, you're a goddess. If you're trying to size out tips and you're placing it, so first of all, you're checking sidewall to sidewall if it's a full, and if you have any issues, you can slowly slide it up to ensure sidewall, but then you're gonna have to fill in that area similar to a fill. Okay, so I can actually pop this closed because we're done with the selections. So for anybody that was interested in these tips, if you wanted an alternative to Gel-X, which Gel-X is the first Gel-X company, but there's other companies that have come out with soft gel pre-shaped tips. Okay, so let's just move that out of the way. What is this? That's the one we never used. I'll use that for content. I was like, I can use that for something else. My daughter's an artist too. She doesn't wear nails because they wouldn't last. So that's when we would do a nice design. That's why I said for your wife, I can do a design just on here.
Yeah.
And just do something fun. Like, I really can't wait till I get my airbrush. Because then I'm going to have some real fun with the both of yous. But again, I'm going to make sure you're masked while I do it, and I'm masked, and that's open.
And that's going to have to be ventilated.
Because you cannot play. Like, it can be dangerous. That's why also using sponges or powders, you can also get aurora gradients. There's just all sorts of things that we can do. But like education and safety of the client and for you is number one, because we're going to be breathing in the same
chemicals.
She does a lot of sketch art. You're gonna have to show. I want to see this. You gotta send me some, Jamie. Send it to my DM. It's just so satisfying to see how like clear it gets too, because at first it's like hazy almost with the etching. And then you see the builder gel go in, you're like, oh, that's satisfying.
Pretty.
Yeah, pretties. Okay, so just want to try to get that as much off of those. Sorry, honey.
No, it's all good.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think we are good. Oh, I can hear him trying to come in.
Cool boy wants in.
Right? With the teeniest bubble in the house. That's okay. Just pop her in fully. And then we will go in with the my assistant with the flashy. She did the best job. So first I'm just gonna, when you're done, just kind of get your hands like this and with them both on, and then I'm gonna give you a buff and get any areas that's happen to touch. Like one of the best ways to do that is with a buffer and not a file, so you don't rip your skin.
Like
if you ever get something on.
Ones?
Yes, so like these guys here, any kind of buffer, but you're gonna want to use the softer side, which is here. These are the single-use buffers. I'm also going to be very gentle though, because anything along sides can be sharp, so we don't want nothing to hurt you.
None of that.
Right? None of that. None of that. I love this because it's also like lets you know how long. So like the full prep so far and then the full Gel-X was 70 minutes. So like that's good to know. So it's like, okay. Because I know I've been in the salon for hours before, and I came home, my partner's like, what were you guys doing? I was like, there's levels to this shit. So if I could have you curve here just to see. Okay, so we do have, so this is where you see like we have that perfect, but due to like fingers being tilted a little, when we do look at this at first, it looks like this is over too much. But if I overcorrected it by moving it, when she turns here, it would be to the side. So it's like, that's what we don't want. So this is one of the like surefire ways of double checking. So if I could just have you, yeah. keep hitting the damn.
Me trying to make my second finger leveled.
Right? You're like, I got you. Please, baby, move.
Straight.
Like, you can do this. Don't make mom unproud. How rude. This whole feel ends, just please let me know immediately. So there's usually like the teeniest nut in that area. And I am going to quickly go in with the e-file and just quickly just like zip up the small areas. So I always used to wonder when I'd see them like buffing and stuff, I'm like, why is there so many steps? But it's adhesion. That's really the name.
To get grippy.
Mm-hmm. To get so grippy.
Now,
Now, technically,
me in prosthetic makeup, how you have to use like cheesecloth sometimes to make it stick to your molds.
Oh yes, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to take a little bit of that away. Yeah, it's actually so interesting. Special effects makeup is cool.
The whole thing, like, it takes more than a day.
Oh wow,
to make
really?
prosthetics. Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I know. I used to watch Face Off, and they used to do so many things. Like they would set their molds. They'd come back the following day, take out their molds, do the whole thing,
Send
right?
the mold. Make sure there's no bumps as well. Because then the silicone will like pick at it, and then it will rip your whole prosthetic when you're trying to peel it off the mold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want that.
Looks so soft.
Right. It gives that hazy too, where it's like, oh,
Very satisfying.
that like velvety look too. And again, that's why like you do not want to have excess product like curing on your skin. But half of that is actually just like that tacky where like you're still wiping, but it looks shiny. So once you do this, like there's absolutely no product. There's just a teensy bit here, which I'm going to correct with the e-file. And a little bit in this corner. I'm really grateful. My nail sister in Texas, actually, she sent me all these single-use buffers, and I was like, thank you.
That's so nice.
Because it's like, it's very needed. Again, as I was saying, there's so many like little steps. Trying to give your thumb a little playground here so it's not. And so what I notice is if you're not using a good quality buffer as well, you'll tear up the skin, but like you'll instantly feel it. Like it's supposed to be like soft. It's not supposed to be too rough. Okay, your other hand, my love. Is there anything that you're unhappy with right now?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I want you to be as happy as possible.
I am fine. I feel like with acrylic and stuff like that, I usually used to feel like the little bumps underneath a lot more, and that's usually what used to throw me off. But I feel like with this approach, you don't get that as much.
You don't exactly. I was just making sure we didn't miss any comments. I think everybody's in the relaxation state. They're like, oh yeah, it's the business. Sorry, my love. So have you decided? Do you want them all to be French? Do you want some to be swirl and French?
I'm gonna leave it to your taste.
Okay.
You do what you want.
I got you, baby. At least we know. We've got to do the chrome isolation, but besides that, using the, what's it called? The paint will be good. Well, not the paint, the gel. Perfect. How's the weather in Colombia? Ooh.
Sunshiny right now. Was very cloudy in the morning.
Yes. And we had rain, so I took out my fur nephew this morning, and it was definitely all of the rain happening. But it was like, I don't know, I said thank you to the Pacific
Yeah.
Ocean because it smelled so good and it felt so nice.
Yeah.
I was outside having some quote unquote fresh air. We live in an area where we can have all the fresh air we want, and I was depainting, so I was very happy.
I feel like we're very blessed here in BC because if you, like Lee the other day was just telling me, like, this time of the year, Ontario would still have snow.
Yes, we would. And isn't that messed up to even say?
Yeah.
Like, excuse me?
Like, it's spring.
What do you mean? But yeah, we would still have it. No, here it's cloudy. Oh,
No.
sorry to hear that, honey. It's like, we don't want that at all. So I'm just trying. We just had a tiny bit of
Hopefully no
seepage.
chances of rain.
Right? I hope it's, and no chances of meatballs.
I was gonna say, if so,
Cloudy with a
please
chance
with
of meatballs.
meatballs.
See, you are my sissy.
I've been actually craving spaghetti so much, like a good spaghetti.
Do you know what
would
we should
be-
do? We should do a spaghetti night.
Yes.
Do a family spaghetti night.
Spaghetti. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't turn off the other one.
And meatballs, but like big meatballs.
Yes. Well, that's how Baby loves to do it because that was her favorite, her dad's favorite.
The OG way to do.
Damn right. So if ever you're working on an area that has like a teeny cut or anything like that, make sure to avoid that area. And if you don't avoid it and you hit it, that you're putting like an alcohol or some kind of antiseptic on that. Because again, like our skin is the first line against any kind of infection. So you don't want to re-injure that spot. Like, but do you see that soft gel? Like, it's just so amazing. Yeah, we just want to get some of that evil seepage. We want that gone. Okay, so now that we've buffed, I want to take a quick video. We'll do one like that. Oops, there we go. And then one. So we'll kind of tilt your hand. Yeah.
Like this.
Perfect. We got her. Got him. I am going to the e-file quickly just to get that one spot. Very low speed. That sounds wild, but we're only on 3.
It sounds so smooth, actually. I feel
Right?
I feel like the e-files that I've seen usually are so much louder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we want gone, that seepage. I'll go on the rest with the hand file because again we don't want to hurt you. So like again, you can even feel on your physical hand here, like as long as you're not holding it in an area, you don't get those like burny burns, but you do have to be very careful.
You're just so gentle.
I'm trying to be, I don't want to hurt you. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to alcohol that in just a second to make sure. Because you'll see at the moment we start trying to do a design, if it's not perfect, you get like your bumps. This is what we would call like sealing that cuticle, just to make sure
The soft gel is soft.
That part. The soft gel be soft. Mama D! Okay, so my sister Danelle came in. And so we have a movie night scheduled for 8 p.m. But Sissy, if I'm still doing this, it might be a little later. Or we might have to reschedule. Because you already know when you get into the thick of art, heavens knows sometimes we could be here for a little while. So see how like it's thick enough that you can go in and you're not going to your natural nail? So like that's also what I love. So cute. Okay, so I think we're good. I don't want to touch any of that just for fear of hurting you. I will go in with a little buffs. Oh, she's so cute. She's like, hi. Oh my God, Cindy's like, I like it when the model cooperates. It's also good.
I'm glad someone thinks I'm being a good model because I think I'm just moving way too much.
No, you're perfect. You're absolutely perfect. So I think we have the perfect surface, but once we do your base color, we will know if there's any lumps or valleys that we do not appreciate because you'll find out with the quickness. You're like, what in the trash fire is going on?
What the food?
Right? Excuse my language, but what? What is happening here? But luckily, because this is gel on gel, we should not have to do a base, so we can just go in with that nude. But again, like this perfect surface here is so important, or you're not going to be able to do nice straight lines. You're going to have bumpy city. It's just going to be all the things you don't want. I got to turn this on the big screen. Sissy! So this is my first time doing Gel X on a real life human. So it's amazing. I've done it on my practice hand, but I've never gotten to do it. And honestly, like, you can kind of be rough. You can do all sorts of stuff, right?
Now the hand talks.
Yeah, now the hand talks. And I want the hand to talk. I want the hand to be like, no, or yes, yes. Everything's perfect.
I wonder how the Canucks game is
And
going.
have you had that before when you get your nails, like, it doesn't look perfect, but when you curve it, due to like just the curvature here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you've experienced that before.
I am aware that I did inherit my mom's hands.
Hands? You still have model hands, baby girl. That doesn't matter. A lot of people, like for anybody that's tuning in, when you look here, right, if it's like tight, you can't see. But due to natural curvatures, it might not look perfect.
This one goes that way.
Right? That one goes a little to the lip. But when you see here, it's perfect. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she? Right? Sing it, girl.
Everyone starts leaving.
No, actually, I think they stay because they're like, oh, can I be a part of the karaoke? Oh my gosh, you just have such stunning hands. I can't. See, look, I knew that I was in the right field with this because, like, this is my happy place. Just the biggest thing for me, I'm trying to... Did you see where I put those nippers? I freshly...
I think there was around this area.
I was like, I freshly cleaned them for you. Here they are. Just gonna try to see if I can just get that one piece there. You're gonna slay, sissy. Thank you. You actually tuned into the perfect time because you don't have to see the beginning. So do you see how that was just nice and easy and flesh and no hurts? Mm-hmm. That's what we want. That is definitely what we want. If I could have you go like this, yes. Oh, that's what we want. So then just have you just a little, yes. That is perfect. So I thought the other way when I showed it, I know the freaking, what's it called, will come for me, the trolls, where all of a sudden they're like, hey, that doesn't look right. Well, it is. You just gotta see it on the other angle, babies.
I need goggles.
You need the gagas. Okay, so we're just gonna cleanse this again with the lint wipes. I like your application. Thank you, sweetheart. We're trying for maximum adhesion, so that's why we did go in with the acid-free primer at first, which I've tried different primers by the end, so I was very excited about that. A really important thing is cleansing the nails, and you need a lint-free wipe for that. So again, that's the business. So we're just about to go in with Magnifique, which is the nude.
Nudie patootie.
The nudie patooties. I think we still have a little bit of product here from when she cured. Again, we want that to be smooth. Hello, Captain. There we go. We got a smooth surface, ladies and gentlemen.
I love the voices.
Right? Oh gosh, you already know with family and the voices start. I just can't wait also for when we get to do your cuticle moment, because that's the part. See, this does need to be, but I'm so scared to go around her. I'm gonna have to be micro careful. I'm even gonna just go to a 1 here. There's just that little bit of seepage there, and if I don't get that, and I'm doing your nails, we're gonna have a big problem. Sorry, did I get you again, honey?
It's better this way, yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry. It just, if I left that, I would just start going crazy, because then we go into, it was a necessary evil, even though that poor Pinky's like, excuse me, be nice to me. Hi, Joe. Said hi, sissy. I'm sorry, I know that's gonna burn.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry. See, she's a badass bitch because she said nothing, but I was like, I know that that's burning, and I'm sorry for that tiny little, because she don't feel tiny.
There's worse things.
Right? Being a woman, like,
I feel like I just like learned to like suffer and
honestly, I used to do that with the heat spikes and not realize. And then it's like, no. And you can actually have damage if it gets too hot to your natural plate. So it is important to like gently edge out and then go back in. Because if you just like yank your hand, you can have an issue where like, luckily it's not as bad as like if you do it with polish. Builder gel's a little bit more forgiving.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful. Like,
when you just go
the
in.
yanking and all of that can affect stuff. So we're going to go in with the nude. Again, I'm hyper aware of these little corners, but we can fix it up. Use the end of that. We can fix it up at the end. It's just you don't want too much, because then you're not going to have good application. Oh, Mama D, my nail sister, she said she loves your tattoos.
Oh, thank you. I got more.
Right?
I got boobies.
She's got more.
I got
Oh my God,
booby
you're so
tattoos.
cute. You do?
I mean, this one.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. You're gonna have to show the audience that after. I was like, you do? You have like on your boobies?
You thought it was actually on the chest.
Oh, on the chesticles?
We're like, okay, thank you for
I was like, you go. I was actually interested. I'm like, what is it of?
Honestly, I always wanted a sternum tattoo, but everyone tells me that it just hurts so much.
Do you know Carissa has a sternum tattoo?
I think
It's actually so
yeah.
beautiful.
I don't know what I want though. And I feel like me being a Scorpio getting a Scorpio tattoo would just be, you know, like way too stereotypical.
Oh my god.
And they'd be like, okay, how many Scorpios do you know that have a Scorpio tattoo?
But still, like, I always find with stuff like, I really wanted a dolphin tattoo at one point. And then they said, oh, any girl with a dolphin tattoo, that's like a sign they're crazy. And I'm like, can't that just be a sign?
Let me be crazy then.
Right?
I'll be happier that way.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, you don't want to be too with it in this world, because otherwise you just be aware of the sad things in life. And
Gonna get a little bit of acetone here. So when we had the giggle, we touched the cuticle. So the fun part is we have a cleanup brush. This is also application brush from Madame Glam. And we're just gonna clean up that area. I like to start a little higher up so that we don't have anything pool, like the acetone doesn't just go, because then you can have a full smoking out of the area that you don't want. It can make it like hazy.
I think I accidentally booped your pinky.
Oh, did you? That's okay. I can fix that.
I'm sorry.
And honestly, honey, tell me all of these things before we put it in the lamp. Because once we cure,
There's no going back.
yeah, then I'm going to have to buff it and do all of the things.
That's what
Thank
I was
you for
like.
even saying that.
I was
I
like,
didn't feel that.
I need to tell.
But never be afraid. Like, I think, like, that's another thing we're scared of is, like, confrontation or saying, and that's why I said, is this how you, like, up to your standards? Because if it's not, I want to fix it now before we go into the application process of it all.
I know you killing it.
Oh, thank you, baby.
You killing it.
I think this is where my OCD actually, like, helps. Because I'm, like, making sure it's so funny, though. I know I've grown as an artist.
Yeah.
Because when I did my mom's nails, I couldn't even go near the cuticle. I was so afraid of the damn cuticle. So it looked like it was 2 weeks grown out. Because I started it here.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I was like, no. I also love, like, with my own...
Care,
Pardon, honey?
it shows you care, though.
Yes. I didn't want to. Like, I was like, that can cause allergies and stuff if I'm not doing that properly. There was something I wanted to say to you, but it totally went out the window.
Sorry.
No, it'll come back, I'm sure. I'm just like, I love you and I want this to be as beautiful as possible, so I'm definitely...
I also feel like artists are also the most perfectionist people out there because we're always striving for like the best outcome, the best results, the best
Damn right.
everything.
And I would think, like, if I was in your shoes, like, what experience would I want to have? And, like, again, sometimes we're so into the people pleasing that you're like, it's okay. And then you're sitting there at home like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not what I wanted,
Like,
you
I'm
know?
not happy.
And that just breaks my heart. I want you to be. And, like, honestly, even when I went to salons, I was finding that there was, like, miscommunications. So I started actually bringing in pictures because I'm like, if I show and, like, outwardly say, like, this is the color, this is the shade, all this stuff, hopefully these miscommunications will stop. But I can't tell you how many times I left a salon not happy. And now I can say that when I'm doing it myself, I'm very happy.
Especially you saying like the communication, I feel like it's also communicating with the client and know what their expectation is because sometimes people come in with some expectations.
Unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
And that's also why yesterday I didn't mean to overwhelm you with the questions. So guys, can you see that's so pretty? But we just want to turn this for a second. Oh, perfect. I'd actually just like flat. Yep. Just to let that self level for a moment. Okay, like a baby. Perfect. Now pop her in. Someone has been playing the same song on loop for the past 5 hours. Sounds like somebody's gonna catch these hands. No, I'm just joking. No. Joe just said somebody's been playing the same music. Oh, heavens to Betsy. I'm sorry about that. So we're actually working with 2 lamps right now, so I can actually just move on to her other hand and have no problems. And when you guys are actually, like, if you're planning to actually work on clients, having a second lamp is a game changer, and the client feels extra special because they're just like, look at all this. We got all this magic up in here.
Look at me.
Look, Mom.
I'm a baller.
Oh my God. But it's just like, I still can't believe, like, I'm like, wow, I'm going up to this cuticle and I'm not scared. Wow. It just shows a lot. I used to be so scared. And again, like, this is what I wanted to say. I have a lot of nerve damage in my arms, like, due to my own health condition. And I have, like, a lot of... No. That was in for full 60, right? I have a lot of, like, nerve damage. So I find that I can be very shaky. So what I love about gel is that even if I'm shaky, I can go in with that acetone, clean it up, make it perfect before it cures. So you see a salon quality, but you don't see the times that I was shaking or stuff like that in the art. So I find that, like, gel is one, because, like, lacquer, it actually, like, starts air drying. And if you're not fast enough, you can get, like, uneven, you can get flooding to the cuticles, you'll get all this stuff. This is also, I'm holding her finger downwards, so you're letting the self-level happen versus upwards where it's going to fall backwards and flood the cuticle. Oh, Nails by Cindy said, good job, Raven. Thank you, babe. Cindy, I feel like me and you, we're going to be nail sisters. I gotta I gotta give you a follow when this is all done, and I expect to see your dip in my DM. You better slide in there, lady. I want to see the dip that you're doing. So one thing I wanted to know, if anybody is like, when you see those streaks, don't be worried. You leave them, because as that self levels, all of that's going to go away, and you just get that creamy. But don't ever just stick it in the lamp if you see that. Let it level first. Turn your hand around. Do all those things. Because when you're working with sheer products, that's what you're going to see at first. But the product levels. Yeah, this was the perfect nude for you, honey.
It looks so pretty.
I'm actually so excited because...
It's very natural.
Isn't it? It's so natural. That's what I love about it.
And I like that you can still kind of see a little bit through it. It's not like too opaque.
And we're going to do one more thin coat, and you're just going to see like the perfect sheer coverage. Like just everything you need. So any kind of like blemishes, things underneath the nail that you don't want seen, it's hidden, but not so much that you just have that natural frosting. It's literally like frosting for the nail. Again, I just think like I had so many uncomfortable situations. Actually, I'm going to tell you, once your hand's in the cure, one of the worst things that's happened to me at a salon. And it was because I was young, and this was really bad. So we are just going to quickly tip her hand over and just gently tap here. Oh, I'm going to have to put the charger on. I just saw. Okay, and turn. Yep, pop her in. Okay, let me quickly plug this. I just saw a warning. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's an Android. Mama raised an Android. Okay, here's the second one. Got our Apple now.
The zoom in on Androids is insane.
It is, but I find that like there's actually functions when you go live on here that aren't available if you're on Android. Like I can't turn on and off the flash if I have internet, please. Uh-oh, what's happening with the internet? Are you having issues with your internet, Joe? Okay. Aw, Cindy, okay, your official nail sister, honey bun. Oh, that Magnifique.
Chef's kiss.
I can't wait to put the second on, and then we're gonna do a little step up in there, because I'm definitely making a reload of this magic. This is just too.
Look at that.
Look at it.
Okay, so now we got to do the thumbs. We can't forget about the thumbs. I'm just seeing, do we have a little bit of product? We do on your. There we go. So buffers, y'all, is your friends. If you ever have a little bit, you're not going to rip the skin. But if you use a file, I already learned this the hard way, you can rip the skin, and that is just negatory. You don't want to do that. Lily, hi, baby. Okay, so can I have that thumb? Thank you, beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to need, sorry. There we go. Danelle's like, hi, Lily. All of the love. But do you see why, like, Gel X has its, you know, like, again, you have to kind of get through those little growing pains, which happened on the first two fingers. But once you get that perfect amount, like, you don't need a lot of product, but you need enough because it's curved. So if you don't put enough, then you have, like, a pocket there, and that can just pop off. So that's, like, definitely what you don't want. But, oh, God, this nude is so sexy. Baby's so cute. She's like, hey, y'all.
Hello. I miss her so much.
I know, right?
I wish she could be hanging out.
It's just because she's not comfortable on the bed, which I understand. And for anybody that's unaware, my nail studio is in the bedroom currently. So we want her to be comfy and cozy. Yeah, we're so good we haven't even touched your skin there. Pop that in like that. Yeah, that's her. That's the one. She's like, see, now she's getting real comfy. Sissy nailed my voice perfectly. I know it's the high pitch. Hi, Lily. But the cutest ever. And again, so like if I hadn't have did that perfect buffing, when I was applying this, you'd actually see little bumps and all this stuff that's just like, it's gross. You don't want it.
You don't want that.
Right? You don't want all that mess. I just can't get over, like, again, because I haven't been able to use this on a client, and it's so yummy. It's like pudding. Just like a vanilla glaze. And honestly, if there's ever a subtle look you want, I do this, and then we go in with an iridescent chrome, and it just pearls.
You know what I've seen around was like the inspiration of stained glass nails.
That's something we can do too with jellies. And you can create jellies using like a top coat and any kind of color you want. My mistake was when I used to try to create it, I'd use base coat and I'd never get that like glass look. You can pop that in that I wanted. Perfect.
The technique I saw this person using, they were kind of doing the same kind of style as they do for like chrome or foil.
There we go.
No, I would say chrome. Yeah, chromes. Where you just kind of like buff it onto the nail, like the powder.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
eyeshadow or.
That's
or
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like I would go in with that like wet. That's why we kind of like played around with different ideas with the chrome at first.
Yeah.
So that tacky layer, I would go in, or I'd put a top coat. Depends on the chrome, and then you just buff in like that iridescent magic. There's actually a company reached out to me called Glow Tips. They're sending. I don't know if I have any close to here. It's liquid. Oh, perfect. Liquid chrome powder. And so you shake it up and you either apply it directly on the nail or on a sponge. You let it dry and then buff. The iridescent magic. Joe is singing hashtag song, hashtag Buzz and Woody. Oh my God, I can't. Y'all are so cute. So, can we have a moment? This is just one coat. Oh, the hazy beautifulness. I'm in love. This is definitely, at least we know for future times when we do your nails, that this is the good nude for you. So that already cuts out a step. This will be the final layer, and then we'll go in with the design. Our baddie wants French and possibly swirls with chrome accents. So once we have this perfect, we're actually going to do a velvet matte so we can isolate the chrome. Chrome isolation is like really important. Aw, Cindy said gorgeous. She loves your phalanges.
Thank you, Cindy.
I'm just going to, we have a tiny pit there.
They feel so pretty already.
Oh, honey, I'm so glad you like them. That's the biggest thing for me, is I want to make sure that you're happy. So I think that's another thing that techs get really scared about, is like if any product touches the skin, they just start panicking. And it's more about like, it's inevitable. There's going to be like small things. You just don't want exposure for long periods of time. But like if you have a tiny thing, acetone or rubbing alcohol is your best friend. And you can just go in and fix that. This is my like Beautiful Woman of Color nails by Nicole J. She has these brushes. This is the diamond edition. And I'm really in love because this pops.
I think she made a line of brushes for makeup too.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look into that.
But I think so, yeah.
So I'm just going to go in. Oh, actually, this one has the black. Let me just make sure, because that would be a shame after all this hard work, and then we end up introducing another color into here.
I like the gradient on the brush.
Pardon, honey?
The gradient on the brushes.
Isn't the gradient beautiful? So another like nail tech thing that I never see in salons is them going in with a liner brush. No one's perfect, but your tools can be. And you can work smart. So you see that? Now we've got that all tucked in there. It drives me crazy. I actually was looking at my old salon pictures of sets I was paying for $100 a set, all this stuff for shorter than this, nails. And cuticles were not snatched. And they didn't even try to go in with a cleanup brush or anything like that. So it's like, I can't believe I was paying all this money when I could have been doing a far better job. And I'm not trying to talk smack or anything like that, but I put in so much money into these salons and stuff, and I wasn't getting what I wanted. If I was getting what I wanted, I get it, you're paying for a service, right? But I wasn't. And so that was like really hard to unpack. So when COVID happened, that's really what like drew me to even try to do nails in the first place. And it was like a house on fire. I'm like, I love this. What is this? What have I been doing with my life? I thought it was exciting going in to get them done. I didn't realize I could have fun doing them. Yeah, this is your color, babe. This is your color.
This is it.
And how satisfying is that?
Very.
It's so satisfying. Actually, we don't want that to touch anything. Now, do you see the haze I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But no blemish in sight. So that's what's really important. I'm just so excited because I've never been able to do your nails, and that's one of the things that we bonded over. So like just being able for you to trust me to do this.
So it made us start talking too.
It is what made us start talking. So like I just think this is a really beautiful moment right now. And I think if this was anybody else for my first Gelix experience, I would be like uncomfortable. And so like just to feel this amount of joy is like huge. So I gotta thank you, babe, because again, like I think sometimes we're our worst enemy. And I was kind of like, well, I'm good at doing my own nails, but like what happens like with my own pain and everything else? Like what if I can't do someone else's? And that's
and
always
not
been
everyone is good at communicating their pain. Yeah.
Thank you. So it's like that's a huge thing. So I just appreciate you so very much.
No, you're doing great.
Thank you, babe.
And if anything, I hope
And-
you feel.
And if I'm not,
comfortable.
like if there's something that's not up to snuff, I'm not going to be hurt. Like just
Yeah.
be honest with me, because what I would hate is then for you to go home and be like, that's really not what I wanted at all.
Nah, you know
You
me.
know?
I would tell you.
I'd want you to just be up front with me, because I think that's also what happens in nail situations is we're not honest. And then we're just left, either the tech and the client is left hurt. And it shouldn't be that.
It's a waste of time.
Thank
Time
you.
and money.
Time and money. Okay, we got that.
It's so gorgeous.
Look at that. I will never go to a chop shop. That's the thing. You need to go to an artist, not a chop shop. You'll get the extra mile. I'm gonna actually have to go in with my little brush here. So if you could drop those fingers, drop the base. There we go.
Start singing a little bit of Beyonce in my head.
Yes. There we go. Sing it, child. Okay, so let's just pop this around for a second. I've seen them use dirty implements. Thank you. So things that are single use. So I actually showed beautiful Rita. You can pop that in. Before we began, I showed her that these sanding bands we were using,
They never
which
switched
are
them.
from Melody Susie. I'm like, now it's probably disappeared, but I showed her those are brand new sanding bands that I put on. We got brand new. These are single use. Also the file. This is a brand new file that's never been used. All of this stuff, you have to use single use stuff. The only thing why we can use these products on multiple people is you're already using a cleansed surface that the person does not have any communicable diseases. And this is alcohol based, which also is like, it's harder to transfer things, and that's why nail salons could even be open using this on multiple people. But I've also seen them dip into things like chrome and put them on people's feet and then dip back in. And that's where I think like there's
Double coating.
areas exactly where that's just leaving things up for danger for somebody to get really sick. Are you okay, honey? Are you experiencing
I
any?
am good.
Okay, so we
There's
just
enough
did,
cushion in this tush.
right? So we just did 60, so I'm just going to make sure, because I think your hand slipped there, that fully
Yeah.
cured, and we're just going to go in with the second coat with these beautiful girls. That's exactly, it's unsanitary what they're doing. The added bonus of watching this on the big screen. I can go have my vapey poo and not miss a thing. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, this has won me over. I love, it's so funny because out of all of the ones, if you go back to the content that I made with this Into the Nude, it was almost all exclusively Magnifique. And it's because this was one of the best ones I found. Like, it's so gorgeous. Again,
Honestly,
because it's
I'm
applied sheer. This looks so bright, but it's just
I was
so
kind of
soft.
I was kind of scared when you first opened the bottle. I was like, oh, that's
Right?
very pink.
Right? Like, that's too much. I love you, but damn, Daniel, like, that's not gonna work.
Pink, but not pink.
But I was even surprised, like, the French nails I did for myself for Christmas, which I did, like, a pine tree with,
Yeah.
like, soft falling snow and stuff. And I used the OPI bubble bath, and it was so pink, and I was like, this is not gonna be
I
good.
remember those nails.
And I applied it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's just gonna haze out like that? And I'm like, okay, so I can't wait till I have a client that I can actually use this Into the Nude bundle from Madame Glam, because they're so beautiful, and now I do. And I can showcase them, and I know Madame Glam is gonna love this. I'm also gonna make a little reel for them. So I hope that reel turns out pretty. Because usually, like, if I was actually filming this, I would only have, like, one hand, usually, that I'd film. So I'd, like, film this hand and show all the steps on that one hand and then show, like, the final product. But I was actually, like, really excited to do a full live because now the issue with reels is sometimes you can't see all the steps. So you're sitting there like, okay, now how do I do this?
Or the app glitches and then everything is gone.
Thank you.
I'm like, thanks. I didn't spend like a
Doing all these
time.
transitions and everything else for you to be like, bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just too dreamy.
Choose me. Love me.
Love
No,
me.
pick me. Love me.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
There's actually a blush that called that.
Really?
And each shade is like called the different
The
things.
only time you want to be a pick-me girl.
Right.
Oh my god.
And get this, the blush is called Cheek Clapper.
Cheek clapper?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
Like the line is called Cheek Clapper.
Why is that everything?
It's Patrick, so of
Honestly?
course it is
Oh
gonna
my
be an amazing.
God. So see here,
Iconic.
many people would just pop this in, but there's a small area here that doesn't have product. So I'm actually just,
brush it in.
yep, going in there. Because with sheer, a lot of the time people don't even pay attention to that. And then you don't have that full, sorry if you could pop this down. I also enjoy, like, I've been able to practice on Car, and then our friend and her wife came over, Candace, I was able to do her nails, and that really showed me, like, my power in the sense of, like, gently asking for things, because, like, with the hand, I can flip it all over the place, but I was, like, kind of nervous with a human, like,
Yeah.
but you can still do those things. Let me just get that corner, too. You just have to ask. Asking is your best friend. Just pop those down, yeah.
I feel like Lee would like McRae's in Victoria.
Pardon, honey?
If we ever go to Victoria, I feel like Lee would like this one place.
Oh, okay. You just let me know. I would love that. There's actually, there was a woman that passed by yesterday, and I saw this iridescent what's it called? An umbrella. And I was losing it. And I'm like, where did you get that? Where did you get that? I was like, that's like nails. And she starts giggling. She's like, Victoria. And I was like, okay, great.
Oh
well,
my gosh.
I need to know where the heck
I'm like,
that is
shop,
because.
ma'am, is that shop here?
like,
Is there a shop?
can I get that good over here? So you see how that makes a difference even?
Yeah.
Just getting those like tucked in places that might not necessarily get that TLC, and that also is going to give you that kitten claw look because you don't have enough product. Just making sure. And then just flip her. These nails are literally sheer perfection. You can pop that in. And then so we're going to be working on the thumbs, and then we're done with the sheer. So that is, again, this Magnifique. This is still available on their website, y'all. And I do have a discount code that's Raven35, and that's for 35% off of your entire purchase.
Get those goodies.
Right? Get them goodies, girl. Okay. Don't you find that you already start moving your hands different when you have your nails? You're just like,
I feel like also
you
it's
feel
been
like you
a long
can
time
grip.
since I've been in a salon too, so I literally just forgot how to even
Oh, honey.
work with the hands.
Honestly, as long as you can work with, like, because, like, sometimes I can be like, hey, we're doing it on Friday, and then all of a sudden I get a flare, and I can't move.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So, like, as long as you have that flexibility, I will be your nail girl. It's just, I can't, I'm not like a regular salon. I can't just be like, okay, shop is open. Like, sometimes my health just, I can't. And I have to honor that, too, because then you have somebody who's, like, super shaking due to pain and all sorts of stuff, and it just, you're not going to get the best job either, and I don't want that. Sorry, honey, if we can just, yeah, perfect. I'm really, like, I know I've said it like 50 million times, but I'm in love with this nude on you. So pretty. So as you can see, like, that tiny bump there, that's what I'm going to go in with the file. That's why I was saying, like, there's like a small adhesion, but stuff like that, that's completely normal, and you can fix that. But if your base is jacked, it doesn't matter how well you're painting and everything else, you're not going to have a good experience. You also want to try to perfect their cuticles as much as possible, because when your nails grow out, it's also going to look more natural. There we go. Yep, perfect. So all the way? Yeah. Because what we don't want is it to pool to one side or the other. You want it to kind of pool in the center, because then that gives your natural apex. Pop her in. And then we got this and we good. I'll be actually really interested to hear the analytics of this, because this was a longer stream to actually see, like, because it breaks down to the individual people, chats, everything. Like, it's quite interesting information to have.
How long are usually the lives?
So generally I try not to go over 2 hours, but I don't know when it caps you. I think you can, I think I've had a stream as long as 4 before, when we were doing something very complicated like character art. So I think it also depends on how long you've been streaming personally. So when I first went on to Instagram, they kicked you off after an hour.
Oh.
Then after I continued, eventually we could have up to 4-hour streams. So it really depended, like, on you, your consistency, how long you stream, and then it's like kind of like gives you the green light to go live longer.
I didn't know that.
So it's very
I thought it just like
interesting.
automatically kicked you out after the 1 hour.
No, because we've already been here for 124 minutes, so that's almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Well, that is 2 hours, I think. With 60 and 60, 120 would be 2.
2 hours, wouldn't that be 19? No, 90 is an hour and
30?
And 30, yes.
I can do that math really well because I'm a movie head. So I'm like, I can tell you that math. Sorry, I missed the first half. That's okay. That's why I sent a private message, because I thought you guys were vibing today. And I was like, you know what? I better say something. Also, for our movie night, if we finish too late, we might have to do Monday, Wednesday, if that works for you guys. Gonna have to see, but it just all depends. And I'm definitely not gonna rush this, so we'll have to play it by ear, my loves. Can I have a shout out? I will sub. Okay, so Miss Slay, SLAY, said, you know, if you want to give her a follow, she is a beautiful sissy and she'll give you a follow back. Because we might not be no holla back girls, but we're follow back girls. Okay, so if you could just go, yep, that's perfect.
I should know the drill. What am I
Oh, we're really getting up there with peeps. That's making me excited. I just love sharing like that love. Yo, look at that. Oh, it's dreamy. Also, something's called the field of light. So you can see if you've done a proper job by that field of light, the way it moves. If you have any bumps, that light will show. You can pop that in. Or if you could go like that. I find people don't tell you, but sometimes when you just pop it in like this, it begins to fall.
Yeah.
And they don't say that. And then you have like a kind of wonky
nail.
Yeah, but they didn't hook up a sister, tell a sister nothing.
Spill the deeds.
Right?
I don't like when people gatekeep.
Yeah, pretty girls don't gatekeep.
Like, don't gatekeep.
Aw, Joe's like, sounds fine to me. Because, yeah, we're ready at 5:45 and we usually start at 7 o'clock. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, so
I feel like the sensor in that one is a lot more sensitive.
Okay.
So it's the slightest hand movement,
it keeps popping
off. Yeah.
Okay, so we just actually had a review from a client, and I have both the Kiara Sky lamp here and Madame Glam's lamp, and she prefers Madame Glam's lamp. I'm actually going to just slowly bring over here, if you guys can see. She's loving it. So Madame Glam, thank you for sending that to me. I can already tell the difference. Oh, okay, so Slay goes by Alyssa. Alyssa, welcome to the house. You can feel free to follow, and we will follow you back. Nails by Cindy's getting ice cream. Okay, these are my people. You've not only stayed since the beginning, Miss Cindy, but now you're getting treats and you're doing dip. When you dip, I dip.
Because I'm just trying to get hungry with all the
right, all of the foods. Damn.
Start with spaghetti.
And also what we do is like when I velvet mat everything, if you want to take a break and us go for some fresh air, we can do that and we can restart the live and do kind of like a part 2 situation.
Okay.
If you do want to go outside. If not, we can continue banging this out, but it's just completely up to what feels good to you. So I'm going to quickly just go in. Now generally gel follows gel, so you don't want to cleanse off the tacky layer. But I have, and I do, because we have fur babies everywhere, and I've never had an issue with something peeling or anything like that. So we are going to actually just gently cleanse these. I actually want to quickly get a shot. And would you be able to do the other way, my love? Yes. Oh my God, perfect. It's like, oh my gosh, we got it. Perfect. Yay. Okay, let me cleanse that area that I just... And besides the pinky, is there any other areas that you're feeling burning?
No.
Okay, so then we're good. We haven't. As I get used to like your hand shape, everything else, we're also not going to have any instances. It's I do feel bad about that girl there. But it's just tough. Like I talk to sanding bands because I want to get their really tiny band. That would have been perfect for that area. I think we're just dealing with too big of a sanding area for that tiny. Ooh, Cindy's watching and driving and it's raining. You're a goddess. You don't have to worry about talking, but please stay. We love to have you. So if you notice, right, as you see this like fog, so this is actually what it's going to look like when it's matte. And we are going to matte it because we want to do that isolation with the chrome. But that's also extremely satisfying. Like that is so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to cleanse.
Of 1 to 8.
Right? Look at that. I love when she said that too. Look at the comparison. Actually, stay like that. It's like, you know what? Let's take this moment. course you see my damn hand with this thing. There we go. See, we work with the finger, not against it. Now you guys can actually be in the process of what it looks like to be a content creator. People are like, oh, it's nothing. You just shoot videos. It's like, do you know how much footage I gotta go through, and I gotta be my own creative director, and I gotta, producer, editor. Okay, good. I thought it was about to tell me you've reached your time, but it just said reconnect. I think that's also proving that it's like, did you just turn this live on and leave it? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the velvet, and then we're gonna go for a quick outside fresh air moment, and we will be back. Sorry, I know that might feel funny. I'm just trying to get the little tiny corner there. Again, like, this is the really important time to get all that perfecting. Oh, thank you. That's actually, again, it's really nice to have somebody that wants to work with you, not against you. So you see how we're just perfecting these little areas, and you're going to get such a better, you can get better adhesion and everything else. It's also with the color, because sometimes when things are all clear, it's really hard to see. Like, it's like you can't really see even if you have a teeny bump or something like that. So I do like going back in. This tiny spot here is like, I might have to, once we cuticle oil, we'll see. I don't want to go too over nippy because I know that it's a problem child. So see, we had like a teeny bit of this area, and I get, sorry baby, that's why, okay. And thank you, see, that's what we need. There's just a little bump in there, and we definitely did not want. Right, zibump. Let me see the other eye here. Is he there by your feet?
No, he's outside, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's probably like, aunties, don't you love me?
He tried to bring the bear.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
The special bear. The love bear.
His love bear.
Yeah. I was like, you're not touching your bear.
Right. I actually threw it the other day, and I was just like,
I
gotta go disinfect now. I'll be back.
Sanitizer.
Right? Just a teensy bit of product there. I can see it's lifted over. Please tell me if anything hurts.
No, it's all good.
I just, that's a seepage. We don't want her. Also, when we do top coat, we can go in, and if there's any other areas that aren't like perfect. So now, I'm sorry, the name of the game is cleanse, 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 cleanse. And we can go in with that velvet. Oh, Joe's like, Kovu! Mr. Kovu, man.
He must show up on the live a lot.
Oh, he does. Everyone knows Kovu. That's why when Carr asked for the leash and then said sorry, I'm like, oh no. He's very popular. Okay, now we're going with the mat.
Yup.
I feel like my ring just
Turned around.
sure did. Okay. So can you move over and be nice? Thank you. Sincerely, Raven. Now it's really important with this step because we're going to still go in with a top coat. Like, this is technically a top coat, but it's matte, so you can also do like artwork on top of it and stuff, just to work very thin, because this would be a time where I could bulk the nail out, and we don't want any bulk in this area. Also, no flooding, because then you have it where this area is not smooth, and then it falls back down to the cuticle. So like all the shaping we've done would essentially be null and void, if you will. It would be a goner. Which then you could go in with a buffer and all that, but like then all of that clean work you've done is kind of out the window. And that's why like working clean is so important too. It's like not being sloppy, especially because you're curing this product. Okay, we want this to be clean. Thank you for bringing these little wipes. I can't use it on your nail because of the lint, but I can use it when I'm cleaning. So you can just use a tiny bit of alcohol or acetone just to clean your brush in between. Wait for that to dry a second so we don't contaminate her. Contamination!
What was that Monsters Inc. one where they were like, they get the sock stuck in, and they're like, we got a code.
Oh my god!
That's all I could think of, like the contamination, and everyone's like, we gotta detox now.
Yes! We've got a detox. Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It kind of makes me want to watch Monsters Inc. again.
Right? We can definitely put that on for the second half. I can throw that on in the background. Our thing called us out and then just stopped. That would be Kobu. You can tip that right down, honey.
I can?
Yeah.
I was trying to not to boop it.
Not to boops.
Not to shaboop.
We don't want a shablam or a shaboop. We might want a shablam.
I was gonna say shablam.
For all the Drag Race fans, you know what a shablam is.
Shablam. No, I got Todrick in my head.
I love Todrick. Obviously, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have this engagement ring without the man.
Yo. What an epic engagement.
Oh my gosh. I was like, that just goes down.
Not everyone can say that they, got proposed to at a Todrick concert.
Right? And also that, like, Todrick called her on stage, called me on stage. You had a bunch of people cheering. It's like, especially with, like, all the hate that the queer community can face, being surrounded by, like, your chosen family and people that were just so happy for us and they didn't even know us. It was just really beautiful.
It can feel very accepting.
Exactly. It was very like validating too, just being in that kind of environment of just like all of that love. I was like, there's a little fluff, but it's underneath your nail. That's so weird. It's like, you didn't get invited to the party. No worries, Cindy, honey. Just like you didn't get invited either. This is like the brand new bottle of Velvet Matte, so this is the good stuff. Baby's enjoying herself.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of jelly. She seems to be vibing over there. Having a sesh.
She's so happy.
A little sesh, a jam sesh.
Right? Ain't nothing wrong with a little jam sesh. So I'm just dipping my brush in the alcohol. I mean the acetone if there's any left. It's Kovu's food, baby! Yeah, that's why I told my nail sis Mama D that there's a chance I won't be able to do our movie night. We do like every week without a fail.
I know you do.
Sundays and Mondays we do movie night, but I knew like with all the steps that there is to a full set that there was a chance that I wouldn't be able to because I want to set myself up for success and not failure with all of that. Okay, I think we should be good. Yep, pop her in. Now you're going to be really excited when you get to feel that. It feels so delicious. I'll take your other hand, my love. It's also the joys of having two lamps is that I can also work on this hand. So there's like a tiny bit here, but I don't want to hurt you.
Go for it.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
You got this. You can do it.
Just do it at a very low. Again, when we're applying that top coat, if there's areas like that, that's going to be a problem. Angles are so important too.
Ankles?
Angles?
Oh, I
The
heard
angle.
ankles.
The angle that you're on. Yeah, I think that's perfect now. Again, like, it's just little things like that that make a big difference when you're doing the final. There's a little bit on here too. Go to one. I just want it to be a whisper.
Tell me what you want.
I just need a gentle whisper.
Wow, they said matte.
Right? There we go. Right? Now you look like you got my nails.
Damn.
Do you see that? But also, now that it looks like it's frosted, and it's not.
My dreams have come
Like
true.
her tips look frosted, and they're not. Ta-da! You know that famous song on TikTok? Ta-da!
No, I don't know that.
Technically, we're still having family time since hubby and I are watching. I love you. I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to change our normal schedule, but there's no way with my pain that I could move any faster than. So, okay, so do you see now this part here, how it's snatched? Mm-hmm. So that's really important, and it's easy to beat yourself up, but just fix the problem instead of freaking out about it. It's just the only part here because it does have a slight, yeah, we don't want to do anything too damaging to her. So even if she wasn't like 100%, I wouldn't go too ham because it's just, the whole thing is going to look.
My ring. I was like, it's not there.
Oh my gosh, the heart failure. So let me just quickly, I'll finish off this hand. So I'll do a mat here on the thumb. So this whole hand is matted. And then we'll just work on the other hand.
Oh, also shut up, so.
We're totally flexible. Oh, Mama, you're amazing. I'm so sorry, but we'll do Parasite tomorrow and on Wednesday or Monday and Tuesday, whatever's groovy. Like a $5 movie. We, since the beginning of our not nail watching, the movie watching, I can't tell you how many series we've gone through. And I think one of the first series we watched was The Purge. And I was watching it for a second time. But I was like, y'all, like, I don't even care to rewatch it. I would love to because it was so juicy. And if you're like a fan of the Purge series, it's really creepy because it talks about like what if they really did implement this and like the ramifications it has just with desensitization of violence and all these other things. And how do you put Pandora in the box at that point? There's people purging all year round because you've now opened up and people have the taste of it, you know? So I thought that was so interesting.
There's this one that Netflix was trying to suggest me. I forgot to look at the title, but it was also very apocalyptic. I think it was called Goodbye Earth or something like that.
Oh.
And it was like a scenario of like the world ended and everything.
Gonna definitely have to check that out.
I don't know, man. I know it's ending. I'm already stressed about that. I don't know if I can watch this.
You're like, my mental health might not be able to take this show.
I will have a breakdown.
Right? Like, I am about to have a BF.
Okay, so yeah.
If anyone doesn't know that, you guys lose points. Okay? Because a very famous Marlon brother, sorry, Wayne's, said it.
She's gonna throw a BF.
I'm gonna have a BF.
Oh, no, ma'am, please don't have a BF.
What a beautiful chocolate man. Oh my god.
I'm dead.
I have that on my watch list. Oh, you must.
I actually talked about that like a couple days ago with Haley. I was like, I'm gonna throw a BF.
Freaking white chicks. Oh my god. It was so funny because they had a whole conversation and they were like, you know, do you think it's like racially insensitive for like it's the opposite instead of blackface, like you guys are dressing up as white women, like do you think there's a problem with that? And Marlon, he shut up the person so well. He's just like, I think it was Marlon. He basically said, he's like, you'll know if you're causing a problem if the demographic you're talking about is not the one that loves it or is the loudest person in the room. I can guarantee you white girls are the loudest people in this room. They love it. Like, they don't have no issue with white chicks. They like it.
I mean, people watch it all the time.
Thank you. It's still huge.
Yeah.
People still dress up.
Yeah. So I don't think anyone's feelings were hurt there.
Thank you. So we're just having a self-leveling moment. This is when you can think about yourself. No, I'm just okay, perfect. So again, the band of light, you can see there's a tiny part there, but once we top coat that, that's going to be perfect. Not just like a little divot in the product, but you can see you've got that sexy apex. Just going to have one more moment here. See, she's moving so naturally, folks. We've got a good model up in here. Perfect.
It's almost
Proper
giving a
in.
robot. Just kidding.
It's giving artificial intelligence. We got an AI moment.
It's giving Max from Circle.
Right? Oh my god, Max.
That man was.
Are you
whole
guys
level.
watching the circle?
Well, man, can't even say man.
Right?
Computer.
Because they throw AIs up in there. That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to ruin anything for anybody, but there's AI magic.
They're gonna take over.
They're taking over. Oh my gosh, your hands are just so pretty. I can't get over it. Because they're like, no shame, but like everybody has different hands, right? But you've got model hands.
Aww. Thank
And
you.
I also like that I can work with like a finger that might bend and stuff like that, because like you can't just slap on anything. You have to work with the client. Like everybody's hands are going to be different. So you can't just think like one round of application is going to be the way to go.
Like stub hands would be a whole different.
Yes.
approach.
Yes. Like babies, for instance. Oh, let's level that.
And also, like, you make me
Ooh!
feel so good about my crooked fingers because you guys can't tell right now.
You can't.
But look at this. Look at this.
What?
It can go.
Oh my god, you're so cute. No, I just call that double. You're jointed in all the sexy ways. Joe just said that you have you can pop that in, a sexy apex. So we're
Wait,
working.
this way or that way?
This way, honey.
This way. Okay.
Yeah. So this oh
Yeah.
I'm like, you might not be happy.
I'm going.
You might want to
I'm gonna go for the madam.
the Madam Glam. See, she's willing to twist up her hands right now because she's for it. Oh no, it's the same 60-second loop been playing. It's gone over. It's the 6th hour. Because he said 4 hours when we first.
That is torture.
Oh my gosh.
How are you surviving?
You know what I wonder? It's like waterboarding and sleep deprivation. All these things are things they
Yeah,
really
that
use,
is
including
torture.
replaying something again and again. It doesn't even matter if it's your favorite song.
As long as it's something that will slowly get to your nerves, it becomes torture.
Have you ever watched The Walking Dead?
Parts of it, yeah.
Negan had a group,
Yeah.
and oh gosh, I can't even remember what they were called, but they did that. So they played this like, it's the most beautiful day, like da 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 da, and you're trapped in a freaking prison cell, and
Yeah.
you're being starved out, and you're on a cold, wet floor, and you're hearing, it's the most wonderful day, da 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 da. Oh
yeah, you guys
no.
would go.
He went off. I'm back, girlies and gents. Hi, Cindy. So, Miss Cindy, baby, we've done a mat here. So we are just matting both areas, and then we're going to take a little 30-minute intermission, and then we're going to be back for the design. So actually what we're doing, we're going to be using the Perfect Black and some chrome powder, and we're going to do some Frenches and swirlies and all of the things. Perfect. Okay. So now we just got to mat these girls. So we're going to move on to that. And again, another fun part is like when you're doing this, because it's a top coat, if there was anything you had to perfect, you could without dipping into the polish, like the actual color. So that's where like if you had to fix like a side wall or like get into like a cuticle area where there might be a little flooding, you can fix that up as well, because now you've added, basically encapsulated and sealed everything. And that's also why we can go out for some fresh air, because if it's not sealed, you can't even wash your
Gotta be
hands.
protected.
So now this is sealed, so if you wash your hands, you can. There's going to be no water to get into that area.
had a little kovu.
Oh God, you have kovu in there?
I had a little kovu.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it cured?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No.
I thought
We're
you just
good.
said like it was a cured kovu. I'm like, I thought I...
He would be with me forever.
Right? Forever, ever?
Forever.
Forever. There's actually like literally
Or something
4
like that.
EVA, which is a series done by Tina Fey, who's the creator of Mean Girls. She created Forever, and that's like a girl group. And there's like a very popular, I believe she's a Korean actress.
Created Mean Girls.
You didn't know Tina Fey created Mean Girls. So she's doing a cameo because she's the writer. She's the creator.
Okay, I feel like I have lost credits right
Also, honey, have you seen the new Mean Girls?
now. No, because me
because-
and musicals don't get along.
Regina George, who plays her, she's a queer woman. Yeah. Regina's not queer, but the woman playing her is. She's currently dating a lovely sapphic human. All the freaking... I'm so interested to see how many people at the end of this. For anybody that's going to tune back in, I'll share that magic with you guys and see the group of us all together, because it's so crazy. You don't think, but when you have people popping in and stuff, you'd be surprised. Okay. I feel like so just relaxed. This is definitely my happy place. I think the only thing that gives me anxiety is the hurt factor. But once you get into the painting, it's just so fun.
It's getting over the nervousness sometimes.
Because also you've gone through such huge stages as well of like, so some of those really tough parts are already over with, which is just like, especially a step like this where we're sealing in, like it's like now I know we can really play and I can iron out that perfect smile line or swirls before we go in for anything else. It's like you've got to set yourself up, especially like somebody like me with pain, where it's layers. So like if I make a mistake, I can just wipe it off, but I'm not erasing all the other steps because we're working in steps. So it's like that's one of the most important things. And as well as you guys see, I'm never touching any product directly to that wound area, so you have to be very careful. But again, these things happen, tiny cuts and stuff. You just got to make sure you're caring for it properly. Okay, so can we have a gentle tip to your hand? Oh, Mama D said yes, please. Oh my God, I love Mama. I hope you know, Danelle and Joe, I'm hugging yous. And everybody that's up in this chat, Cindy, let's do a little roll call because we're going to be ending shortly and then coming back in 30. Soulful and Sinful Creations, Miss Jamie. Alyssa, Miss Slay. Let's see. Yeah, no to the chop shops. We got Lee. Just scrolling through here. There's Dragons, Kim R. Maria. All of the beautiful humans. Oh gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, you can pop her in.
I feel bonita.
You feel bonita.
Feel bonita. Ooh, we glow in the dark.
Yes. Okay, so that's the fun part about the formula of Velvet Matte. So even if, like, I can use any color on you and top it with Velvet Matte or their top coat. Not the No White, but the regular top coat. And if you go to, like, a party that has black lights or anything like that, your nails glow. We're so family. Oh, my gosh.
May just twitch.
But that's why before you came over, like, especially with the studio being in the bedroom, I really wanted to, like, clear, disinfect, give you, like, the biggest, nicest working area so that you could also feel comfortable. Because when you feel, like, cramped, it's not a good feeling. Oh, Mama D, all of the hugging. So now that these are sealed in, you can wash your hands, you can do anything. It's just usually you don't, like, if it's not sealed, you definitely don't want to use anything that has, like, any form of soap or, you know, anything like that. So one trick for you as well is if you're ever taking pictures and you place your fingers down, do you see how instantly this looks straight?
Oh.
Do you see that?
Like pressed down?
Yes.
Okay.
So now these have all straightened out.
Oh, that's a good tip.
So that's like a fun way of working with your,
My pinky always tries to go. Ugh.
and then tuck this thumb in.
This one.
Yeah.
Try to press
Let
the other
me
one.
tuck my little
It's
phalanges
my
in.
pinky.
Yeah, so see now we're looking straight. And then could I have you do the other way? Yes. Just perfect. And then if I could just have you try to tip that pinky just a teeny. There we go. Yes. You see, you gotta work together to get that good angle.
So I do have someone at
Wildcats.
my workplace.
I'm sorry, I'm upset.
No,
Actually,
it's so funny.
that's one of my favorites.
So you're gonna love this because there's this one person in my workplace that loves Zac Efron. So
Really?
every time on Zac Efron's birthday, we get a cake with Zac Efron's face, and we all sing happy birthday.
Oh my god. I am melting. Now look at this. Look at how straight.
Ooh, those look nice.
And we haven't even
Nice
done
and
any
smooth.
designs and all that. And then once we also top coat, that's when you get that like sheer. Did we just have Kim come in? Hi, Kim. Okay, so we've actually done a Gel X on my beautiful sissy. And we used both Magnifique and Velvet Matte here. So these are nudes. So we are going to go in with a full design in about 30 minutes, but we have been here for almost 2.5 hours. So we're just going to take like a small break now that we've done a step in that she can wash her hands, she can do all of the things. So first of all, your heart,
I'm like
all the phalanges. But we adore you and thank you so very much. And we're going to be back in about 30 minutes if anybody wants to join. If you are unable to join, don't you fret, because we're going to actually be able to keep this, like we're going to upload this. So again, we featured the Madame Glam lamp, which I'm actually going to just turn off my ring so we can just revel in the beautifulness. So for anybody that's unaware, sorry, could you hold this? It's about to fall. This is Madame Glam's lamp that we have all dusty. But it has a 10-second function for flash curing, 30 seconds, 60, and 90. That's for the low heat. I'm jumping in because I wasn't happy with my... I'm not sure. I'm here. I can't promise I'll be here afterwards. No, that's okay. We're happy to have you, honey. That's why I said we're going to have this. This is going to be uploaded, and so will the second part, so you guys can watch at your own leisure. But we featured a lot of goodies here today, so we just wanted to give you another chance. If you like this lamp, you can get a discount of 35%, and there's also sales that are going to be happening, other 50% off sales that I will be sharing, so make sure you're following because you can get all of the deals. We love you, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you, Kim, for popping in as well. We love you guys. Bye.
bye.
Right, bring in your hand, girl. Bye, lovelies.
Bye.
Oh, boy. You got a Korean love heart. Oh, my own nails. I wanted to do them before going out. Oh, honey. Well, sending all of love, and this is going to be posted right away, so if you want to go back to the beginning, you can do nails with us. Bye, beautifuls. Catch you tomorrow. Bye, Cindy. We're sending love to everybody.